There's an old saying, things just tend to work themselves out, right? We hear that everywhere. Parents might have told us that. There's even a famous football coach that is quoted saying something like that. His name's Lou Holtz. I'm sure my husband knows who that is. I have no idea who he is. But he's a college football national championship coach and member of the College Football Hall of Fame. And he says things have a way of working themselves out if we just remain positive. And I don't disagree. Things do tend to work themselves out. However, do they work themselves out in the way you want them to? Right? So I have a saying I have with my clients, which is that you are making a decision whether you know it or not. So let's take a topic no one wants to talk about. Let's take a topic like life insurance. Nobody wants to talk about life insurance because ultimately you're talking about death, right? Let's just put it out there. That's exactly what life insurance is it's providing a death benefit for a family. Now, there are lots of other uses that life insurance could be used for, but that's ultimately what life insurance is there for, right? And so when we're talking about life insurance, I have a lot of clients who try to kind of skirt that issue. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it. They don't want to analyze and see if they need their insurance or they don't anymore. They don't want to discuss it. And I always say, by not discussing it or not making an actual educated decision, you are technically making a decision. A decision is being made for you, but you aren't making the decision. And that's a little scary. We're letting kind of fate take over. And in that case, a decision's been made. We're not going to have enough insurance. Maybe we have too much insurance. Maybe it's not the right type of insurance, but a decision is being made. Probably not by you if you're not making the educated decision. And so things do tend to work themselves out. But when it comes to money, we all have that friend who seems to buy and spend everything. They go out on fun vacations all the time. They're always out at happy hour. They're always seeing the latest movie. They're always buying wonderful, amazing shoes that we wish we had, right? And we go, how do they do that? And a lot of times I was talking to a friend of mine and she was saying, I've learned not to compare myself with other people or not to look at somebody, what they have and say that person's got it all together and I don't have it together. Mainly because you just don't know what's going on in their world. And they might be the things tend to work out people when it comes to their finances. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they have control over their finances or they have control over what is coming in the future. That just means that they're enjoying life now, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life now. I talk about that all the time. But at the same time, if you're making no decisions when it comes to your financial future, then you are letting fate make decisions for you. And sometimes fate likes to play games with us, and it's not always the games we want. So if you think with your money that things tend to just generally work out, maybe they do, and maybe they don't. You are taking a risk, whether you know it or not. And so as we come into the new year, it might be a good time to take a look at your finances and decide what you want to be in control of, what educated decisions you're going to make in your financial future. And especially if your goal is financial independence one day, you have to take the reins, because if you don't take the reins, you're never going to get there. So we are here to help at One Vision Retirement. We have a 15-minute, no obligation call called Getting to Know You. We just hear what you're trying to accomplish, see if we think we're a good fit. If not, we send you off with some resources and some help, hopefully. And if so, let's keep discovering and see if it works. So schedule a call today. Figure out if you are taking control of your financial future. One Vision Retirement, your retirement in 2020 vision.